Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Ethereum. We've had this push up here and it went through the box area that we were anticipating. So we're going to be discussing what we think is going on within these waves now and where we see it going. Before we do that though, I'd just like to say thank you for watching the video. If you are enjoying the content, please smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. And why not leave us some feedback down below in the comment section. Okay, so let's get into the video now. So basically, there's a few things I want to talk about. Before we talk about the subwave structure here, I'm going to just turn this off for a second and we're going to talk about the fact that we've actually come back into this rejection box that we were looking at previously. And this is basically looking at this zone here of this 1575 all the way down to this 1343 area as a potential rejection zone. So this would be the 0.618, this 1416. So this move that we've had to the upside here effectively has come into this zone. So it is possible that this could be looking to complete a B wave. And what we'd be looking for, this is basically an ABC pattern to the upside here. And if I just zoom in on here, get this onto this low, we come up, it's actually this high point here. So we're looking at this as a potential flat. We've actually come up here and we've hit this one-to-one at this 1402. So it's possible that this move could be toward its end. So the interesting thing here is this 702 retracement here, this 1472, is also 1.236 of this first move. So if we do progress to the upside, this could be a little area that has some confluence within it, and this could be an area we look to potentially target out and look to see if we break down from that point. So that's an area I'm just going to be keeping an eye on if we do progress to the upside. So what we can also do here is we can throw a fib onto this low point up into here and have a look at this. So the 2.618 is an area that's interesting to me as well within this zone. That would be just past this 1.618 retracement. So I'm going to see how it looks there as well and keep an eye on it and see how we progress. But basically, that might be an area of interest as well, which is this 1431. Within this move, though, if we had to move up past this 1584, that would lead me to believe that actually off of these lows here, what we've ended up with is a bigger 5-wave move. So we need to just bear in mind this is possible, that we could see something like this play out. It is, the waves currently aren't indicating it, but if we see further extension within this, then it would become possible that we could actually be within this 3rd wave move. So we got to be careful with this and see whether we have this as a 5-wave move to the upside. If we did have it a 5-wave move to the upside, effectively what it would do is look to come up and take this zone here and invalidate the potential of having that sell-off from here, or this sell-off would have to be completed into the low here, and then this would become a separate structure as a bigger 5-wave move. So if that does play out, we would have to look at a few options again, because then there would be the possibility that we are actually starting a new move to the upside, whether this just becomes an A, a B, and a C to the upside, or whether we actually form a bigger impulsive structure. We'd have to just keep an eye on it and watch the levels and see how we progress through that. Okay, so let's get into the micro stuff now. Within these waves, what we were talking about previously is the potential that we were looking for this as a 5th wave to the upside from here. We talked about it. We could look at the 4th wave being there, and then having this as a potential completion of a diagonal there. And then alternatively, we were talking about that we could be looking at the 4th wave being down here, and we still had that 5th wave to the upside. So like I said earlier, it is possible that we could have this 4th wave into this zone, and then we look at this as a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. That would be then looking for this 5th wave to actually still be in completion, in which case then we'd be looking at this potentially as a 1, 2, up in here for 3, 4, and a 5 to the upside. So that is possible. However, it is also possible that this 5th wave has completed already at this 3rd wave high point. If we do have this additional leg to the upside here that we've got shown on the chart, what we'd have to do is not cross back below this 1347 And the target area would be looking for, if this is a fourth wave, would be up here in this zone of this 0.382. This would be an area I'd be looking to target out. So what we'd be looking at here is the potential that we have this as an A wave, looking at a B wave up, and then looking to push back down for that area here of this fourth wave to this 382 zone, which is this 1380, towards this 50%, which is this 1369. So this would be a little area that we could look to be targeting out before looking to push back to the upside. So with this being said, what we'd be looking for here is if we move down to this 382 zone, what we'd be looking for is a move to this 1442 to this 1427 as a typical area that we could look to target out. It is also possible that we get a more shallow retracement here, depending on what the structure is. If it's a triangle, it might not move down all the way to this 382, and it might actually stay here at this 236. This 236 is sort of a minimum area that I would be looking for a fourth wave correction. So it is possible that we could see this complete into these lows here, and then look to push to the upside. Though it becomes, if it is part of this wave too, I would like it to get a bit bigger. I'd like to see that A, B, and then a C wave to the downside. That would be, or WXY, or a bigger triangle, or something a bit bigger within here, because it is a bit small compared to this wave 2 that we have here. So what we'd be looking for then is basically that this fifth wave would complete into there, and then we'd be looking for a retracement in that bigger fourth wave. So this fourth wave, we would have to wait for that confirmation to come in, and what we'd be looking for then is basically a bigger retracement here. So if I throw this fib onto this low point here, and we say we have this move up into these areas here, then we can see that this 0.382 zone that we'd normally typically target out, which is this 1332, that actually lies quite close within the zone of this previous fourth wave that we had here. So it would then be indicating to me that we could look to potentially come back and retest this zone. The area, the deepest I want it to go is this 1302 zone, which would be this 50%. Wouldn't want this to get much deeper than that, otherwise it becomes less likely that it's actually playing out. So we have to see how this plays out and see if we actually have this additional leg up here. The alternative, like we were talking about, is the fact that we could have rather this fourth wave comes and completes into this low, and then we have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up into here. There is potential that we could still have a slight extension in here, where we have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we 4 and a 5. Yeah, so it is still possible we could have that little bit more of a push to the upside here. And what they would be looking at is the potential. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5. If this is the case, then basically this fourth wave would have already met the requirement probably. Let's have a look. Where's that low point? There. So it's come down past this 236. A little bit of more of a push down to this 1388 would actually indicate that this would be playing out as a fourth wave, and we could see that. So if this comes much deeper, I wouldn't want to see this go past this 1378. Once it starts going past there, it becomes less likely. So if we do start to retrace a bit deeper than that, then it's possible that actually we are looking at this zone here instead, which we would be looking at the fact that we could have this extension as a 1, 2, and then this is a 3, 4, 5. Either way, this fifth wave would basically complete a little bit higher here. We can argue that potentially maybe that within this wave, the third wave completes, and we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what we'd be looking for is confirmation of that by actually breaking down. We'd want to see, we want to break down much deeper here. We'd want to cross the 618 zone, and then sort of look to push back into these zones of this fourth wave that we talked about. Okay, so we're going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed already, leave us some feedback in the comment section down below. And why not look in the description below. There's a link to Discord. Come to the Discord, have a chat with us. You know, we're always happy to hear from you guys. Also in the description below, there's a BYBIT link. This is a great exchange in our opinion. It's got the best risk management tools in it out of the exchanges, in my opinion. You know, you can set your trade up before it's even gone live. The stop loss You set your take profit. It'll show you a liquidation price. Everything will be shown before you even enter the trade. So it's a lot better than certain exchanges which don't do that. It allows you to plan it much better. Okay, so we're going to leave it there. I hope everyone has a great day, and be careful out there, guys. We've got those CPI data coming out today, and it's always volatile on these days, so be careful. If you are trading, please use proper risk management. We don't want to see people get burnt. Okay, we're going to leave it there. I hope everyone has a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.